Okay, welcome back to more Let's Play Katamari Damacy REROLL Blind, but it's actually not blind because it's a remake. Yeah, hopefully this episode will have better than PS1 graphics. Like, jeepers. Okay, I was gonna say jeepers and Jesus Christ at the same time. They got mixed up. I'm already off to a great start. Oh great, the game's not responding. Cool, great, thanks. Did I mention I love technology? Oh man. So great. I love how stuff just works. Okay. The Earth looks amazing today. Oh my gosh, look how, he's got like his eyes open. They're like creepy. Okay. Okay, I gotta do something. I guess he probably said it, but I wasn't paying attention. Is it just most number of objects? Okay, it has to be a certain kind of object. Is it animals? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, basically I learned that bitrate is a thing apparently. I hadn't recorded anything where the bitrate came into play. But apparently having it at like, what, 2500 was like way too low for this game. Yeah, which is actually kind of weird because I did Payday 2 a while ago, and Payday 2 was fine, but apparently what it is obviously oh my gosh, I'm stuck. Because of this this Katamari ball or whatever, all the stuff, every time it rolls around, the graphics have to it has to reprocess it every time something spins around where it's in view or whatever. So the fact that this ball spinning around really fast, it's revealing like different objects very rapidly or whatever, makes it so the bitrate needs to be higher so that the graphics don't take a major dump, you know. Yeah, I know that. I don't know. I don't really like scrapping footage, and I didn't want to do the thing where you like re-record it and then just like keep the commentary, then the commentary wouldn't match the gameplay. I was just like, alright, whatever, I'll just leave it. But yeah, there was nothing wrong with your screen in the last 2 episodes. Oh, by the way, it always happens. That's why, like, I'm always like nervous to record more than 1 episode at a time. Because if something goes wrong with a video, then you effed up all the episodes, you know. So I did the first 2 episodes like back to back. And then when you have a problem like that, that's why the first 2 episodes were all effed up, and that's why I didn't acknowledge the problem in the second episode, because I didn't know it had happened yet. My gosh, I was trying to grab all these on the way up, but I was like, maybe I just can't see them yet. Maybe they're further up. Okay, whatever I'm supposed to be grabbing, I've only grabbed 15 of. Is it animals? No, because I just grabbed a dog and it's still at 15. Yeah, I guess the constellation ones are the ones where you actually have to pay attention to what Homeboy tells you to pick up. What if I hit start? What does it tell me? Constellation object. I don't know what it wants me to get. I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually matter how many you get. Like, I don't think these levels are failable. It's not like you must get at least 100 or something, or else you fail. But yeah, I had to learn that I gotta turn the bit rate up or whatever. So I turned it up to 9500, which is what they said was recommended or whatever for 720p 60 frames per second. I'm pretty sure if you go to 1080p, then it wants you to do like it wants you to do somewhere between 40 and 60,000. I'm like, god dang, dude. And it's like, but only do that. You know, it's like, go as high as your computer can handle. It's like, well, how do I know if it can handle it? You know, just because it handles it doesn't mean that, like, something might happen midway through the video, and then suddenly it can't handle it for that split second, where you would have been better off just having it be slightly lower. Okay, present. One of our royal presents. Yeah, actually, this game actually doesn't have that many presents in it. I'm pretty sure, weren't there there was, like, way more in future games, right? And by the way, yeah, I mentioned the font in the other one. Maybe this is how the font was in the first game. So maybe they changed it from the second game on. Oh, but yeah, technology, technical stuff, so great. Love it when your videos just get, like, ruined. But, like, whatever. I don't like scrapping footage either. And I'm sitting here going like, well, the commentary, if I were to re-record it with different commentary, like, the commentary wouldn't be the same. And I don't want to do the thing where I go back and be like, hey, I remember I said this thing when this happened, and what did I talk about last time? Let me talk about the same things again, you know? But yeah, there's people where, like, if they lose their audio, they'll just put the audio in post commentary, and I don't like doing that either. I don't know, part of it stems from just being, like, too lazy to just, like, want to re-record anything, you know? And then another part of it's like, well, it's not going to be as, you know, it's not going to be as natural, like, the second time around, you know? You're trying to, like, I don't know, there's also this, like, weird, like, pressure to try to make the commentary as good as it was the first time, you know? You don't want to run into a situation where you're dissatisfied with the commentary. You're like, oh, it was so much better the first time. And now it's, like, not as good the second time. So then you're like, well, do I want to use the first video with the crappy commentary? Yeah, I don't know. Luckily, I haven't had too many audio issues. Actually, you know what? I forgot to do... Wait, did I? I don't remember. I'm not using Audacity to record the audio anymore. But I do usually fire it up and do, like, a test or whatever. Just to make sure that everything's fine with it. Because ever since I started using this audio interface, this, what do you call it? Focusrite, Scarlett, or whatever. There was some kind of glitch, and I looked it up, and it said it had something to do with Windows 10, where there's some kind of something that, like, builds up, and then after a certain amount of time, you have to unplug the Focusrite and then plug it back in, and that, like, resets something where it works again. And I had a video of, I did actually have to scrap a video of Mario Kart Wii, because it was the first time, it was back when I didn't think that would happen. It was the classic case of, I recorded like 20 videos and everything was fine, and then video number 21, like, massively fucks up. And I'm like, dude, what the heck? And I looked it up, and it turns out they're like, oh, it does that periodically. You just gotta unplug it and plug it back in, but there's no way to know it's gonna do it other than to just test it beforehand or whatever. So I've been doing that, and from what I understood, the problem, it had something to do with the fact that, like, you know, like, Windows has no interest in fixing things pertaining to, like, other companies' software or whatever. So why would they go out of their way to fix it, you know? So I'm guessing that there might have been some kind of update or something with Focusrite, where they're like, okay, since pretty much everyone uses Windows, and they're not going to fix it, then, you know, then we have to fix it so that people will use our Focusrite products or whatever. So, I don't know, I can't say, but wait, that guy floating? Oh, that's weird even for this game. Maybe he's dangling from his feet from a pole or something. Yeah, I don't know. But I guess the burden to fix it or whatever was, I guess, on Focusrite's side of it. I don't know, what I'm getting at, though, is that, like it hasn't done it in so long that I'm, like, part of me wants to be convinced that it was actually fixed, but I can't confirm it. Like, I don't have confirmation. I'll never have confirmation. Even if I do 500 videos and it's fine, video number 501 could F up. You know, I don't know. I just have, like, trust issues with, like, technology. I don't trust anything. I can pick up this guy. Towel guy. Did that say towel guy? Is that how they're gonna, like, is that all he's known for? At his funeral, they're gonna be like, oh, he was a towel guy. He was great. He was the best. He was marvelous. He was just a marvelous towel guy. He was the best. I worked with him. I worked with some of the most marvelous towel guys. He was the most remarkable towel guy of them all. But my point is that I still don't trust it. Like, part of me wants to be like, oh, it's fixed, because I haven't, like, it's been a long time since something went wrong with it, but I still test it every time, except this last time where I forgot. Actually, I'm not 100% sure if I forgot or not. But I'm probably gonna test it for the rest of my life, probably, just because you never know. The one time I don't test it is gonna be the time it F's up, Oh, man. Because of course it will. Because why wouldn't it? Anyway, we're done with the level. Wait, did he not look happy? Dazzling! Oh, you're supposed to be getting crowns. You know what? I did notice that there was a lot of crowns. I didn't think anything of it, though. And the royal present is a crown. I mean, if I get something I like, I might put it on. The presents basically just give you things to put on your dude. But I'm probably not... I mean, maybe I'll come across one that I want to put on, but... I don't feel the urge to put the crown on. Okay, I think you're a little bit young to be learning about romantic things. I don't know. I sort of like his little antenna jam. But yeah, I think did those do anything? I'm actually not entirely sure if those actually even do anything, or if they're just optional levels. The Arabian Peninsula is a peninsula? Yeah, I don't know. I'm super bad at geography. Like, I know, like, the US, like, okay. And I think at one point I made a point to learn where Afghanistan was. Like, I saw a thing where it's like, it was like 78% of people or something like that don't know where Afghanistan is. Like, they can't point to it, and they showed a map of the Middle East. They're like, it's this one. And I was like, oh. Okay, well, I guess now I know that. But that was years ago, so now I forgot, of course. I can't pick up the carrots? Oh, come on, man. I'm like 50 centimeters. Ugh. What do we got? Yellow tulip. Yeah, we saw tulips when I lived in Germany. We visited Holland. And I think I might have mentioned this before, but I have been to Amsterdam, but it was when I was like 6 years old, so like it doesn't count, unfortunately. I don't know what my parents did while we were there. They didn't say, and I never asked. I think it's like don't ask, don't tell. Plus, that was back. That would have been in the late '80s. When were all the substances made legal or whatever? I'm actually not entirely sure if everything was legal at that point in time. Oh, by the way, speaking of which, I was visiting my mom, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and we were watching this show, and it was on like the DVR or whatever, some on Food Channel or whatever, where they were, I don't know, I think the Galaxy's Edge people like paid them to do like an episode about them. It was two people with like teams of cake decorators, and they're both trying to make like Star Wars themed cakes, and they're going like way over the top. They're having like animatronics involved, and they're basically like, it's barely even a cake. It does, like, what they built like barely qualifies as like a cake. There's so much like wood and, you know, just things that are not part of a cake, but it's cake-like enough to where they can, I guess, call it a cake or whatever. But I had asked her. I knew that when I lived in Germany, we lived in a village named Soren, and then we moved to a village named Hirschfeld. And I know, like, I was really little at the time, and I wasn't sure. Like, I know that we moved, but like, I didn't know why we moved. And I guess for some reason, I don't know. I was just like, you know what? People just moved. We just moved. But I had thought about it, and I was like, why the heck did we move? So this last time I was with my mom, I was like, Mom, you know how we lived in Soren and then we moved to Hirschfeld? Like, why did we move to Hirschfeld? And then so when I asked her that, she takes the remote and she pauses the show. And I'm like, uh-oh, I was like, what is it? It's such a, like the reason was like heavy enough to where it warranted like pausing the TV or whatever. I was like, okay, what? What does that mean? And she basically said that we were in Germany in the late '80s, and she basically said that we were in Germany when the Berlin Wall came down, and I think she said that East Germans started to like move in, and then they were like divvying up the the residences or whatever. And we were just told we had to move. We were, like, evicted. And I think they said... And my mom said that... The landlord said that we were evicted because my mom is a piano player. I'm like, what difference does that make? I think they just needed... Like, they had to have an excuse to evict them or whatever. So they're just like, oh, this person makes noise. Like, they, you know, it's kind of like when you want to fire somebody, but you can't fire them. So you're just like, oh, they... You know, they... You're just, like, coming up with some excuse to fire them, but you're not... You can't just be like, they just suck at their job, you know? That happened to, I work a union job, so it's, like, really hard to get fired unless you, like, don't show up. And, I worked with this guy who, he had, like, he wasn't, like, mentally disabled, but he was like a stroke victim. He had either had 2 heart attacks in a stroke or 2 strokes in a heart attack. I don't remember exactly, but something happened where his mental capacity was lowered substantially, like, as an adult. Which is a bummer because, like, if you're born a certain way or whatever, you know, then to you it's normal. But then to be, like, fully functional and then to get, like, a mental downgrade, it's gotta, you know, it sucks more because you remember what you used to be capable of, you know. And actually, one of the guys I worked with said that he used to know him before whatever medical thing happened to him. And he said he's, like, totally different. Like, he used to, like, basically, it's hard to find a job that's, like, easy enough for him to do. Oh, I can pick these up, sweet. He's probably at a bunch of size. Oh man, I'm actually almost done. I still have 6 minutes. But basically, this guy, like, we couldn't find a job that was like anything we put him on, he would find, like, some way to, like, mess it up. We even use this computer program called Pinpoint, and basically what it does, because the motors we build are so expensive, we want to make sure that, and they're well aware that they're just hiring, like, regular people. Like, we're not, like, specially trained, like, technicians or whatever. We're just regular people building these expensive ass things, and so it's just a way to ensure that all the steps get done on every motor, you know. And basically what it is it won't let you like, for example, if you have like 3 tools, it won't let, like, only the tool that's for the step that you're supposed to do will activate. If you try to use the wrong tool or put the wrong bolt in or screw the wrong thing on or whatever, like, that tool just, like, won't work. It won't activate. Only the tool that's for the step that you need to do next will activate. And then once it registers a torque, then it'll activate the next thing. A lot of steps have, like, multiple torques. So if something needs, like, 2 torques, that means there's, like, 2 things to bolt down or whatever. And then once it registers 2 torques, then that gun shuts off, and then the next one turns on. Or, you know, tool or whatever. And he would, like, even with that system in place, that pretty much makes it idiot-proof. He's still, like, just... Basically, the whole point is that this guy, like, this, you know, this kind of work is just not, it's not a good fit for him. Where, like, you can't make mistakes, you know. And if you do, I mean, it is possible to make mistakes anyway. Like, you can accidentally torque the same nut 2 times, and so you could, like, trick the tool into, you know, into going to the next step where a thing was actually not torqued if you accidentally torque the same screw 2 times or whatever. But my point, the point of all this is that, so we couldn't fire him. We couldn't. I don't exactly know why, but you're not allowed to, like, fire. Like, I don't know if it's in the contract or whatever, but, like, you can't fire someone just for sucking at their job, which seems like a perfectly reasonable reason to fire someone, you know, right? But for some reason, like, they can't. They always have to find some other reason to fire them. And I forget exactly what it was, but he had gotten on the phone with someone from HR, and like he ended up like losing his temper and like he like swore at them, and then that's what they used to like fire him. I'm pretty sure that well, I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I reckon that they're well aware. You know, it's a big giant corporation. They have to know. So I reckon that there's a bunch of like, there's either off the record things that they're just kind of like, okay, let's make sure there's not a record of this, you know, or or there is a record and they just don't let the employees see it or whatever. But I mean, what I'm guessing happened is that maybe there was like an annotation or something in his file, basically saying that this guy is problematic. Like we can't find a job for him. Like he's no good. We got to get rid of him somehow. So then they start like looking for reasons to like get rid of you. And then when he swore at that HR person, they were just like, "Yep, that's what we needed to fire him." So they got rid of him. Okay, boy, the difficulty on this one, I feel like we got this. Yeah, by the way, this is actually our, yeah, I'm pretty sure as levels go on, we're going to be getting, like, bigger and bigger. So, yeah, this is, we can't quite grab the houses, but I can grab, like, vehicles and stuff. I can grab those boulders. Basically, like, boulders and, like, bushes and stuff and trees and stuff, those are the things that actually, increase your size by, like, large amounts. We're kind of getting to the point where, like, grabbing people doesn't increase your size that much. There's, like, nothing else really to do, so I guess might as well go after whatever I can at this point. Wait, can I get up there, I wonder? I bet I can. Oh, look at this. Going after one person isn't worth it, but I can grab a whole crowd of people. Oh, I can't grab the fence, though. Oh, wait, these, whatever these are, probably increase your size quite a bit. Okay, well, I have to lose stuff to, like, bump against the wall to grab them, so it's probably not too worth it. Alright, we're done. I think we're done. Are we done? Do I have to grab... Oh, man. I'm out of control, man. Hey, there we go. I can grab that. That's probably, see, that's an example. That's probably one of the items where there's probably only one of those in the whole game. And so if you were trying to complete your collection, you would have to find this level and get big enough to play it or whatever, or to grab it. And those eyes, man. I don't know why he's not looking at the prince. Like, he's like, why you gotta look at me, man? Box in a box. Cool. Boy, that mom is ugly. My condolences to the husband. And he wants to be far away so he doesn't have to look at his wife's ugly face. Alright. Alright, so what do we got next? We get to make Gemini. And Pisces. And Ursa Major. Jeepers. Alright, so we'll do those, we'll do at least maybe, it depends on how long they are. Did we do 3 in some episodes? We did 2 this time, right? But, yeah, anyway, that's gonna do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit like, write comments, and actually I saw a video where it just said that. I thought that was a silly way to word it. It just said write comments, and I thought that was silly. I thought that I would steal it and use it. So do that, and do the other thing I said. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.